October 29th, 2021. Halfcast 171, episode 171. Let's go. Happy Friday, you guys. Of course, I have a few things to share with you. An evening of reflection. Let's have at it. Bills were tight. Husband and wife real estate broker team charged with stealing $300K in commission scam. Because ain't nothing like teamwork, baby. Like, at least if we don't get this money, we won't have to be together broke because we'll both be in jail. We'll both be apart. No, I like this, though, because even if it's illegal as hell, they both made a decision that whatever happens, that we gonna do this shit together. And you got to respect that. Bills were tight. Husband and wife real estate. Husband and wife team of real estate brokers in Virginia have been charged with stealing $300,000 through a scheme that allowed them to collect advances on commissions for sales that haven't gone through or were simply made up. What? Oh, federal prosecutors say, Jesse, they're taking money that they found a way to get money that wasn't really there. Like, federal prosecutors say Jesse Allen DeLoach, 40, and his wife, Natasha Ashley Miller DeLoach, 38, doctored at least 19 sales contracts between 2016 and 2019 and submitted them to numerous advance commission companies in multiple states. Wow, so 19 sales contracts in 3 years as a real estate broker. I would think that is a lot, right? Like, that's a successful. I know them guys are like, hey, you guys are quite the power couple out there. You're crushing it. Yeah, we're just yeah, advanced commission companies pay real estate agents all or some of their commission before sale has closed in return for a fee. So it's like, instead of taking a lump sum, they take the annuity. Yeah, something like that. Or yeah, the broker would then pay back the money when the sale went through. Oh, you got to get that money back. When questioned by the FBI, Jesse DeLoach admitted he and his wife started falsifying documents because, hey, bills are tight and they needed the money according to court documents. Instead of sitting around the house and eating each other alive, because money will destroy a relationship, especially a marriage. Even if you love each other, money issues will make. So instead of them around the house snapping at each other and eating each other alive and pointing fingers, they found a way out of it, and they held hands and they went through and did it. A message left with Jesse DeLoach's attorney wasn't immediately returned. A woman who answered the phone at the office of the public defender representing Natasha DeLoach said no one there was authorized to comment and hung up the phone. That's right, God damn it. Keep your mouth shut. New York authorities charged 5 with drug smuggling operation using children's lunchboxes to ship cocaine. Whoa, 5 individuals were charged. Come on. Because somewhere you gotta draw the line, right? I mean, like skimming a few thousand off the sale of a house that hasn't been sold yet, a house that's an escrow or whatever. That's okay. Like, nobody gets hurt. But you got the yayo and the kids' lunchboxes in a Batman lunchbox. 5 individuals were charged with smuggling millions of dollars in cocaine using school binders and children's lunchboxes. A press release from the Office of the Special Narcotics Prosecutor for the City of New York reveals that 5 individuals were involved in a sophisticated conspiracy to ship millions of dollars worth of cocaine from Puerto Rico to New York and Massachusetts through the U.S. Postal Service. What? Through delays that they got coming up, you guys wouldn't make a goddamn dime. The chances, you wouldn't get a speedy delivery at all. The packages intercepted by investigators amounted to a total of over 30 kilograms of cocaine, amounting to over 66 pounds. Carlos Duarte, 36, and Alexis Garcia, 41, are accused of being the ringleaders of the operation, with Wesley Coddington, 43, Ross Sweeney, 27, and Brian Centeno Rosado, 23, all allegedly being involved in the operation. Duarte was charged as the major trafficker of the operation. Somebody has to be the fall guy, while the others are being charged with the sale and possession of a controlled substance and conspiracy. Authorities say that in the press release that fingerprint analysis linked the individuals charged to the packages. This was old back in the 80s, shipping drugs through the mail. Like this was old back then. Why do you like, yeah, packages were shipped to residential addresses in New York State, including in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, and Greene County, as well as to Massachusetts. Often the name recipients were either fictitious or were actual individuals not associated with the address. Red flags all the way across the board. Frequently, the return addresses were in New York, despite the packages originating in Puerto Rico. Red flags. At least two packages bore a return address of a luxury clothing boutique in Upper Manhattan. When officials arrested Duarte at his home in New York, they found cocaine and multiple cell phones. You always keep the shit separate. Please don't do anything. Garcia was arrested near a recording studio in New York City and was found with $12,000 on hand, while another search of his home found $32,000 in cash. Oh, please don't sell drugs, people. If you like the show, comment and subscribe. Let me know you're rocking with your boy. Two women wearing wigs and blue scrubs allegedly posed as hospital employees and assaulted security guards. They were wanted in several states for fraud. A little Thelma and Louise action. The police department, Luz Derry de Souza, 49, and Mika Potique Baker, 56, stood out to nurses at St. David's Medical Center because the suspects were acting strangely and acting like a nurse. You're giving that cancer patient Flintstone chewables. And were unfamiliar to the employees. DeSouza and Baker were allegedly wearing wigs and blue scrubs in order to disguise their identity. But no Crocs? I think it's Crocs, yeah. But this combined with the way they were acting drew attention to them instead of away from them. Police say that concerned real nurses alerted security. That's when things started getting out of hand. Approximately 1:51 p.m. Like at approximately 1:51 p.m. on Tuesday, October 26, 2021, APD officers responded to St. David's Medical Center at 12221 North Mopac Expressway. Severed what? That's just a long ass street. Yo, if you're dialing 911 or if you need to call a cab, somebody will hang up on you. They think it's a telemarketing call for a report of security officers needing backup. Once on scene, two women were detained. They were both wearing blue scrubs and had wigs on to disguise their identity. The women were impersonating hospital personnel. The nurses working the floor thought the two women looked suspicious because the nurses had never seen them before. And nurses usually work the same floor for like it's not uncommon for nurses to work on the same floor together for extended periods of time. So you know who's on your shift. Like it's not just a rotating thing. Yeah, the nurses alerted hospital security who was able to locate the suspects. When the security guard stopped the two women, one suspect threw down seven credit cards, and the other suspect began, what are you throwing the credit cards down for? You The two women face charges for assaulting a public servant and for alleged fraudulent possession of three nurses identifying information. Wow, authorities said they soon learned that this was no one-off incident. Both suspects had multiple fraud-related felony warrants out of several states. Police said it's unclear at this time which other states were looking to arrest the suspects. All of them, because if you're infiltrating hospitals and getting other nurses' information, yeah, you probably in break rooms and lockers, going through people's shit. Next up. Former NYPD cop sentenced in murder for hire plot. breaks down in tears before judge because, hey, sweetheart, you were not crying when you were trying to get your man killed. But yeah, like you want lenient. She didn't kill him, I suppose. Valerie Cincinnati pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice. Apparently, with good behavior, she is eligible for home confinement in 6 months. Cincinnati paid her one-time boyfriend, John DeRuba, $7,000 to hire a hitman to kill a strange husband. It's too many hands in that. Yeah, it's you got way too many middlemen, sweetheart. Cincinnati paid her one-time boyfriend, John DeRuba, $7,000 to hire a hitman to kill a strange husband, Isaiah Carvalho, amid a bitter divorce and custody battle over their son. What was he really? How bad was he really putting the screws to you that that you got to get him killed? Deruba went to the authorities when Cincinnati wanted to include Deruba's 15-year-old daughter in the plot. Oh, see, that's how much he loved you that he took that money and immediately found him. It went to the police. Yeah. I deleted images of an iPhone with the intent to obstruct the federal grand jury investigation into the murder for hire. Cincinnati said during the plea hearing, I knew what I did was wrong and I am truly sorry, Your Honor. No, you're not. Because if it would have went through, you would have been happy as a pig and shit. Uh, yeah. Had the case gone to trial, federal prosecutors said they would have introduced evidence that included audio and video recordings in which Cincinnati was overheard discussing the plot and an alibi. Stay off the phone talking about this shit to people. You're texting people, you're on social media, you're doing all this, and you're like, please don't conspire to kill anyone. During the virtual hearing, Cincinnati, who has been in custody since 2019, broke down wailing for 2 years. I haven't seen my son. Carvalho was also at court on Friday. He told the judge that Cincinnati was cruel and selfish. Yeah, you tried to get me killed. Of course, I won't have any fine words to say in your defense. But Cincinnati's defense attorney painted a much different picture, suggesting she was trapped by the men in her life. Well, saying, I'm apologizing from the bottom of my heart, alligator tears. I can't believe that I allowed myself to get to that place, that dark place. But her estranged husband's divorce attorney had this to say: "Fuck her, lock her up. She's crazy." No, I think her tears were because she got caught. I don't think she's remorseful in any way. Her plea agreement called for a sentence of about 5 years in prison. Federal prosecutors agreed not to ask for more than 60 months behind bars, but on Friday she was sentenced to 48. Oh, yeah. At one point you loved that man. Now you want to get him killed? Why you can't be like the other couple that they decided to rob? They decided to still get money. Let's get rich and let's travel. Yeah, let's do this real estate. Let's get this real estate money and yeah, we gonna live happily ever after. At least that's the plan. Instead of okay, well, I'm just gonna get my husband killed and that'll be my happily ever after. You see the difference, people? Next up. Woman convinced husband he had Alzheimer's for years in order to steal $600,000. Yeah, the women are scamming tonight. Police in Connecticut arrested a woman this week who allegedly stole roughly $600,000 from her husband over 2 decades, having reportedly convinced the man that he was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Honey, I'm missing $30,000. Don't you remember? You gave that to charity. What's up with you? Let's go get you checked. Did you take your medicine? Give them all the wrong medicine. Give, giving them sweet tarts. And on Wednesday, police in East Haven, Connecticut, arrested Donna Marino on charges of first-degree larceny and third-degree forgery to the New Haven Register. The newspaper reported that in March 2020, the husband, whose name was not released, and another person came to police to report a fraud. Police said they found Marino allegedly forged her husband's signature on his pension checks, social security checks, workers' compensation settlements, and other legal. Damn, she had full autonomy in all of his money. That is wow. Before depositing the funds in a secret bank account without his knowledge. According to the newspaper, East Haven Police Captain Joseph Murgo said Marino allegedly fraudulently obtained power of attorney for her husband. That'll do it by having a friend who was a notary public sign a legal document when her husband was not present and filed taxes in her husband's name. She was doing all types of shit while he wasn't even oblivious to the whole shit, man. Like Murgo said that Marino, and you think she loves you, not me. Yeah, Murgo said that Marino allegedly explained that she was able to hide her fraudulent activities over the years by convincing her husband that he was suffering from Alzheimer's disease and believed this would prevent him from going to the bank, ultimately to discover the low balances on his account. Like, yo, wait a minute. I had one pair of shoes in the past 2 years. How the hell did this? Oh, yeah. Miss Marino advised investigators that he mismanaged money, that the mismanaged money was often used to help her other family members with things like rent, groceries, and car payments. Oh my God. I would have been tight because yeah, she was siphoning off money to help her own family, which I'm pretty sure that his side of the family wasn't seeing any of that fucking money. She was just using that to take care of her side of the fucking family. But Reno's husband reportedly told police he had no knowledge about his wife's alleged crimes until March 2019. The man's daughter, identified only as Elena, told Connecticut news station WFSB that in 2019 she noticed her father's credit score plummet and started to become suspicious. Good for you. I went onto the town of East Haven, and I saw there was a tax lien on his house. She was just going to bleed him dry, and when he lost everything, she was probably planning on leaving him. So I tried to get in touch with my dad, but she had my dad's phone being rerouted to her phone. Alina told the station, "This is what people do when they are up to some bullshit. Watch out for these signs, is that they try to distance you as far as they can physically. They try to get you to move places where you don't have a support system, where your family or your friends can't call them on their bullshit, where they got you all to themselves emotionally. Telling you that your family bears ill will towards you, try to separate you. So when they get you alone, they can do shit like this, just bleed you dry and leave you for dead. The news station reported that the man's mother had Alzheimer's and that he was afraid of being diagnosed with the disease himself. And she probably played on that too, doing little things like moving his house keys. Like, you don't remember where your keys? You don't remember where you put your remote? Like, yeah, you ate dinner already. Like fucking with his head. Like, yeah. Alina said that telling her father what had happened was that he's looking at me and he's going, "Honey, is this true? Am I broke?" And I said, "Yeah, Dad, you are broke." And I said, and he's crying. Imagine your father crying to you. It was awful. And he's like, "Do I have Alzheimer's?" And I'm like, "Dad, you do not have Alzheimer's." She's lying to you. Newsweek reached out to the East. Come on. You should have asked me this shit 2 years ago. You should have asked me this shit $500,000 ago. Now we get down to Subway tuna sub money. Now you want to worry about where all the money is. Yeah, Newsweek reached out to East Haven Police Department for more information about the case, but did not receive a response before publication on Friday morning. Marino was held in lieu of a $25,000 bond and was scheduled to be arraigned on Thursday. She got it. She got to have it somewhere. Wow. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. Don't forget to turn on your post notification. I'm still laughing. I'm sorry. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you can catch this ride with me next time. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.